anthem, Team Argentina. National anthem, Team United States of America.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our afternoon game, the gold medal game, determining the champion of the 2021 Indoor Pan American Cup. The USA will face Argentina. The USA are dressed in red, Argentina in the light blue and white stripes. The national anthems have been completed. Some final treatment to the pitch to make sure everything is safe for the players. One of the many volunteers here making this event possible. The USA will start the game with possession. The winner of this game goes on to the 2022 Indoor World Cup Championship, which will be held in February of 2022 in Belgium. The USA played Argentina twice in this tournament already and is yet to come out victorious. The first game was a loss of 4-3. Then Argentina beat the USA by a score of 4-1. The last time they met in a Pan Am Championship, not in a championship game, was in 2014, and the USA beat Argentina by a score of 4-1. Ali Segi with the ball, passing back. Here he's right under your camera, number 5. He demonstrates unbelievable stick control, ball control, especially when he's pressured. And the need comes necessary. Ball off the wall, picked up by Heller. Carried up. Ball defended there by number 22. Ferrante and Argentina come up with the first penalty corner of the game early in the match. Ferrante to do the insertion. He will take the insertion from the far side of our camera. Goalkeeper must line up in the cage. All the other defenders and the entire team lines up outside the goal opposite the insertion. Play can start after the umpire's whistle. So a free push from the center line. Ball across the back line. Lesegi with the ball. Harris kicks the ball away. Dribbles across the court. Navarro took the ball away from Harris and brought the ball up the pitch and into the left side of the attack for Argentina. Pat Harris, number 10 for the USA, is the tournament's leading scorer with 6 goals. Navarro, just mentioned earlier, is in second place with 4 goals. Kapler touches the ball just before it goes across the sideboard. Ali Segi wearing the captain's band today. Heller working against 2. Cantwell up against Alisegi. And the ball back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes out to Navarro. Alisegi running halfway across the pitch. Back to Navarro. To Barras. Now to Navarro, and then to Navarro again. That was Gonzalez in the back. Ball up into the circle, and a quick deflection by Argentina. Ceballos. Kapler. Rodwall up to Kentwell. Deep in the circle. Quick shot by DeAngelis. Alisegi working against Pat Harris. Once again, the leading goal scorer for the tournament. Light touch back across the circle. Navarro, not sure it was a shot, but it was stopped from going across the end line, at least by the goalkeeper, John Cloagus. Rodwell back to Was back to Kapler, sorry. Kapler coming to the camera, has the headband with the tie. Receiving the ball now from Dodwall. Dodwall with the ball again. DeAngelis. Oh, this time DeAngelis thought he had an opening through, but no. Navarro with the shot off the post. Ali Segi. DeAngelis bumped into Klages, and so the goal was untended for a moment, as they had to sort themselves out. Sosa receiving. Ali Segi. Behind the back pass up the court. Left side attack for Argentina, trying to get inside the circle. They do. They release the shot. That shot was from Isla Gallo. Ball received by Sosa. Tries to go in against Kentwell. Kentwell pinched him off at the boards. A penalty corner called and a green card suspension for Kentwell. 1 minute suspension with the green card. Yellow cards start at 2 minutes but can be extended. So the U.S. is down a player. Ball deflected up by the U.S. defender, Kapler. So that's illegal, and another penalty corner happens because of the breach of the rules inside the circle. The teams are allowed to confer when a penalty corner is first awarded, but then it's a subsequent penalty corner is awarded, not really given the opportunity that they might have had. There's no 30-second countdown. And that shot wide. A lot of pressure coming against the U.S. by Argentina. Piata went forward, so the pass opened up for Harris. Heller with possession. Working against three. Moving the players back. Reach over and steal. Steal was from Valdez. Kapler with the ball. Dodwall to receive. Looks to find Harris, but he has to go back to Kapler. Kapler, Heller. The spin and release against the boards. And the ball across the end line. Beating Sosa by the use of the boards. Argentina wanted the some foul, I'm not sure what, called against Heller. Ali Segi reaches up and finds his teammate in the circle on the left side. It dribbles back out. Sosa up again, trying to entry from the left side. I couldn't quite tell whether obstruction was called or foot. Isla Gala in front of Kapler, Heller. Heller's dribble stopped. Nick Richardson in the game. Kentwell's suspension is over and Kentwell is in the game. Kapler waiting for an opportunity. One of the players from Sosa tried to jump over him for to take the ball away for a tackle. Kapler's a little hard to jump over, I would say. Dodwall takes the ball away. Deflection pass picked up by Alisegre, one of the top scorers. That shot on target, but off the chest of Klages. Behind the back pass by Alisegi. Over to Sosa. Now Alisegi with the ball. And the Argentine team is attacking again the left side of the U.S. circle. Deflection pass across the circle. Just a few seconds left in the first period. 4 10-minute periods make the indoor hockey game. So the 1 minute break is coming to an end. 1 minute separates the first and second quarter and the third and fourth quarter. U.S. starts again with possession as they did in the beginning of the first half. Godwall over to Kentwell, now moved into a defensive position. Of course, when the team has the ball, they're on attack. But when they're inside there, the half of the court that they're defending, they will often be referred to as defenders even when they have the ball. Heller back to Kentwell, now in the attacking zone. Once we're past the halfway marks, certain rules change, especially as the start of a free push. Back to Dodwall, off the boards, finds DeAngelis. DeAngelis over to Harris. Harris tried to go through the defenders from Argentina. They popped the ball up, and so possession back to the USA. Dodwall over to Kentwell. Kentwell looking for Heller, but the ball bounced up off of his stick, and so a turnover, and Argentina to restart to play. Heller restarts back to Kentwell. Ball back to Heller as the U.S. tries to attack the left side. Their attack. Right side, if you look at it from the perspective of Argentina. Sosa. Sosa to restart play. Navarro. Jumps past DeAngelis, again with another attack on the left side. That usually means they're trying to set something on the right. Pressure there by Heller causes Argentina to use their goalkeeper in the back pass. Alisegi with a quick pass up to Ceballos. Ceballos is with the ball and now back to Alisegi. Alisegi drives the ball, if you will, quickly and hard into the circle, looking for his teammate, DeAngelis. Hard whistle for the tackle against DeAngelis. Kapler comes back into the game for Dodwall. Richardson into the game for Harris. Richardson receiving the ball now. Kapler. And Richardson will look. Richardson scanning for what he might do. Hard ball right up to the center, off to the right side for Kentwell, but the ball stolen away. Alisegi with the ball, sort of having his way, dribbling through the pressure applied by DeAngelis and Kentwell and has decided to take a rest. Sebasios, Kentwell on the left side. That approach stopped by the defense. Dish pass off to Argentina. And the ball last touched by one of the Americans, and so a free push for Sosa. Ball on target, off the end line by Klages. Little spin move, ball lost for a moment by Asala. Sosa. Argentina kept that ball in play on the left side of their attacking formation. Sosa goes back to the quarterback. Sosa again back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Sosa. Ball deflected over the sideboard by Argentina, so the U.S. using the opportunity to make a slow rolling sub, and Dodwall puts the ball into play to Kapler. Kapler constantly scanning upfield for what he's going to do when he receives the ball, as is Dodwall. Pell's in the game, cutting back and forth across the midfield of the attacking half. Dodwall tries to find DeAngelis, but the pass is intercepted by Gonzalez. Gonzalez up to Alisegi. Gonzalez trying to get past DeAngelis. He gets the ball past DeAngelis, but quicked up quickly by Dodwall. Back to Kapler, Pat Harris. Hard pass back to Kapler. The U.S. and Argentina share the top 5 scorers, with the exception of one of the players from the Canadian men's team. Harris, the leading scorer. Navarro second. Alisegi in 4th place. And then Kapler for the USA in 5th place relative to goals scored in this tournament. This is Kapler with the ball. Leota defending against Kapler here. Harris using the board. Ball back in front from Kentwell to DeAngelis. Couldn't quite get the handle on the ball and just shot wide. Great opportunity for the U.S. They've had some success coming in from the right side of their attack. Kapler with the interception. Kentwell give and go to Kapler. Sosa on the ground, timeout. We're going to reset the boards. They got moved out of position when Sosa tried to make that tackle. Waiting for the whistle to restart play. I think the umpire to have a conversation with Mr. Sosa. Checking to make sure he's okay. The nod from Sosa, and we continue. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Dodwall switching sides. DeAngelis out to the top of the circle. Here he is with the ball. And the shot just wide again to the same side as the goal. Given a third chance, and I bet that ball goes in. 2.5 minutes in the first half. Scores tied, 0-0. USA in red. Breakaway in front of the goal. A penalty stroke called as DeAngelis' tackle against Ceballos gives the umpire concern. A penalty stroke now coming up. And Ceballos will take the stroke. He's number 7 for Argentina. Pat Harris talking to the umpire. Not happy with the call. So there's a goal scored on the stroke. Klages made a great near save on his right side with the stick, but the ball then popped up over the stick and into the back of the goal. Ball was shot along the ground. Not sure you could see it at home, again, because of the automated camera system. Might have followed the other players who have to go to the other half of the court while the stroke takes place. Alisegi with the interception as Dodwell tried to reach Kapler. Ball into Cantwell's feet by Alisegi. And now Sosa will take the free push. So despite the strict COVID protocols in place here, they have allowed for the first time some of the players from the women's side to come and watch the game. See the women from Argentina and Guyana here taking in the action. Everybody in their mass. Sosa receives back across to Ceballos, and he did not get the handle on the ball for the shot. 1 minute to go in the first half. 1 minute. Gonzalez didn't see the pass coming. Picked up by Kapler. Kapler trying the right side. Tackled away cleanly there by Alisegi. Cantwell with 30 seconds to go uses Kapler on the right side. Kapler along the boards, trying to come in. Possession for the USA. 18 seconds to go. To Harris, quickly over to Dodwell. To Heller. Heller brought the ball towards the end line, then crossed over to Cantwell. Ball off the post at the far end. And time expires as Klages had to come and make that clear off after the ball hit the post and bounced back into play. Klages dangerously close to making that kick from outside the circle. Goalkeeper is only allowed to kick while they're inside the circle. So the goalie has those special privileges only while they're inside the circle. We have a 5-minute break now. And the goalkeeper is only allowed to travel up to half court. And when they do, they have to mind themselves in terms of the opportunity they have in wearing a special protective equipment, which could be threatening to some of the other players. So that equipment is designed to stop the ball from entering the cage and protect the goalkeeper from injury. But when out in the field, if they were to come out in the field, then that equipment could be problematic for the players. So 4 minutes to go during the break. We will be back. Well, you can continue to watch. I'm just going to take a break here during the Indoor Pan Am Cup Finals. The USA against Argentina. Argentina with a 1-0 lead as we entered the halftime period. Well, the teams have switched ends, and we are about to start the second half. Ceballos, number 7 for Argentina, will start with possession. 99 times out of 100, the ball is passed backwards, but from time to time, player taking the center pass will try to catch the opponent sleeping and move forward with the ball. They can go in any direction. Here's the umpire's whistle. Ball back to Sosa twice. Navarro, the second leading scorer, is being involved in the passing back and forth. Gonzalez right under the camera here, but the ball goes forward. And a nice deflection, but too high. That ball cut through the circle to Ceballos. And Ceballos, lovely deflection, just not lovely enough for any points. Ball here to Harris. Kapler through to Heller. Heller with the shot on goal. Argentina quickly releases. Alesegui back to Sosa. Gonzalez with the ball. Up to Navarro. Navarro back immediately to Gonzalez. As soon as he released, Navarro looked to see what he might do. But whatever he might have been thinking was immediately taken away from him when Heller pressed against him as he received the ball. This is Heller. Working against 3. That happened earlier in the first half. Dodwall back to Kapler. Kapler cuts into the circle. Kentwell there. While he didn't get the goal, he did get the feet of Sosa. And so a penalty corner for the USA early in the second half. The first period of the second half. How about that? Will that cover it for you? Dodwall will do the insertion as Argentina puts on their protective gear. That protective gear, which includes face masks, knee protection, has to come off at the end of the penalty corner. The tone you might be able to hear is a 30-second countdown that happens. Dodwall getting ready to do the insertion. Kapler, the shot, high and into the net. The score is tied. So Kapler now with 4 goals in the tournament. Work by Kentwell earned that penalty corner as he took the shot, but the ball went into Sosa's feet. Misplayed there, and Kentwell working for possession and wins it. Leaves it for Kapler to restart play. Kapler over to Dodwall. Now Harris, the tournament's leading scorer. Harris also the captain of the U.S. team. Receives the ball, deflection pass up to the circle, trying to find Kentwell. Kentwell tried to redirect the ball, but just past his stick. Gonzalez receiving directly under the camera here. Navarro bobbled the ball, but no one was near him. Pressure on the new player in for Argentina, Rodriguez. Gonzalez, Navarro, one of the top scorers in the tournament. Back to Sosa, cuts into the circle. Ceballos, sorry. No idea. And Heller. Heller fell over the ball, obstructing Sosa. Gonzalez and Sosa. Rodriguez now being used. Pressure looks like it's going to go against Rodriguez. Ball slips up past Rodriguez as he ran off the ball. Kapler wins that contest for the ball. A free push for the USA. Ball over to Dodwall. Up to Harris, back immediately to Dodwall, as if it had never left his stick. Ball moves so quickly in this sport. Now Harris all the way on the other side of the court. A moment ago he was on this side. Now a long ball up, looking for Cantwell again. Cantwell's received a tremendous ball up field. Ball bounced up off his stick. Gonzalez. Renante in the game again, playing in the back. Alisegi getting ready to come back into the game. We're halfway through the third period. Dodwall up to DeAngelis. He's looking for another opportunity to shoot, so maybe get that ball into the goal. DeAngelis lost his footing and played the ball while I was on the ground, so a penalty corner. He's in a tackling position, really didn't move, except that because he was in a tackling position, the ball was up against the stick. He's now playing the ball. And so an intentional foul inside the attacking half leads to the penalty corner. Ferrante to do the insertion. He will push the ball into what Argentina hopes to be the goal-scoring combination. Save on the goal line by Cantwell. So Cantwell doing great duties on both ends of the pitches. The pitches meaning each half. Ferrante slips the ball up to Ashala. Green card. Suspends Pat Harris from the game for 1 minute. The penalty corner play comes in from, I believe it's Gonzalez, had visited the bench. Transfers that knowledge over to his teammates. Ferrante to do the insertion. Cantwell broke, came into the circle after the whistle and before the player inserted the ball. This has been a problem for the U.S. throughout the tournament. And the goal puts Argentina back in the lead. Harris's suspension is still going on. Kapler off to Heller, and the ball in a give-and-go situation. Back to Kapler, but runs up against the board and down into the circle. Sasha had the ball, trying to work the ball past the U.S. Kapler into the circle. Tries just a light touch over the goalkeeper, but it's stopped by the goalkeeper and over the end line. Cantwell deep in the circle. Going right past the goalkeeper as Harris fights for possession. And that pass by Heller out of the reach of Kapler, and so we'll have a free push for Argentina at the half line. 3 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes really. Here's the shot, very quick. Ball went into the goal with the follow-up shot, but the umpire's whistle had already gone because of the foul. Two minutes to go in the third period. Ali Segi with the ball there, back and forth to Gonzalez, I believe. Yes, that is Gonzalez. One and a half minutes to go. This is the third period. Argentina with the lead. Tightly contested game. Argentina has played the U.S. twice before in this tournament and won both times. Kalagas out to defend. One minute. Sosa turns and fires. Goalkeeper makes the save. Dodwall trying to keep the ball in play on the far left side of the Argentine attack. Right side of the defense. 30 seconds to go. Ball back to Ali Segi. Ali Segi getting pressured by Heller. Releases to Ceballos. Three Americans working against Ceballos, or Ceballos trying to work against the three Americans. And possession for the USA. Kapler's got 8 seconds to try to make something happen. And this period's going to end before much can happen here. So the third period comes to a close. The USA is trailing Argentina by 1 goal. The score is 2-1. As I'm mentioning, Argentina and the USA faced off earlier twice. The first game against Argentina was close, 4-3. Then Argentina beat the USA by a score of 4-1. I'm remiss in mentioning that the umpires in this game, Devin Hooper from Guyana, is closest to the camera now. And on the far side, Donnie Gobinsing. And out there is the reserve umpire, is Alex Miles from Canada. I'm sorry, Donnie Gobinsing is from Trinidad Tobago. Devin Hooper from Guyana. So this break between the 10-minute periods is just 1 minute. We'll get started in just a few seconds. Coaches bring out the boards to give a quick point of emphasis, and the athletes try to collect that and a drink of water. We have 10 minutes to go until the winner is determined that will go to the 2022 World Cup. That will take place in February of 2022 in Belgium. All alone was Navarro, the second leading scorer of the tournament, but he put it right on Kalagas' pads. De Angelis now deep in the circle on the left side, working along the end line up against the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is out, so if there were a way to find Harris, who was standing at the top of the circle, it would have been an easy goal, but it was no easy task because he was surrounded by players from Argentina. Dodwall. Heller is deep inside the right side of the circle, now coming up to the top of the circle. De Angelis deep on the left side. De Angelis now at the top along with Heller. Kapler uses Dodwall. They go back and forth. No one near Kapler as the ball was bobbled up. That shot was wide, coming from the right side and missing the goal and leaving the circle on the left side. Sosa. Navarro releases up to Sebasius. Kapler successful in taking the ball away. This is Harris, U.S. captain, zigging back and forth. Looking for the penalty corner, I think. Take this opportunity to mention during halftime, the circles were dusted by a couple of the volunteers running out to make sure that the athletes had sure footing. Heller under the camera at the doors, sends it back to Kapler. Sosa against Heller. Dodwall back to Kapler. Navarro thinking about pressuring Kapler. Sosa battling. Dodwall wins. Shot coming. And he shot wide to the left. The umpire calling the captains over. I thought calling the captains. I was just warning the players that he saw earlier some off-ball contact between the players, a little bit of pushing. Just wants them to make sure that they stop that. The two players shake hands and smile and laugh. Tremendous action here in this close game. Deflection pass from Kapler up to Harris. Kapler finds Dodwall just in front of me. Kapler is pressed by Sebasius. Kapler through two, over to DeAngelis. DeAngelis this time with the ball on point. An obstruction called against the USA. They obstructed the goalkeeper. That was I guess I can't call it a beautiful give-and-go situation because it didn't result in a goal, but nearly perfectly executed. Along the baseline. Ball last touched by Kapler. Sosa over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes back to Sosa. He was lucky to capture that ball before it had to be sent up. Kapler tries to find Heller, but Navarro there to intercept and off using the backhand pass to Alisegi. Alisegi working against the keeper and DeAngelis. The keeper now backing up. DeAngelis with the tight pressure. Alisegi, a magician with the ball. Let's see how things work out for him and the USA. Is three USA players. DeAngelis, Heller, and I think, can't quite say, and Harris is there. The pitches are surrounded, protecting the fans with 8-foot tensile glass protectors like you see in ice hockey. 8 feet tall, half-inch thick. And it distorts the vision as the player's down in the corners, and I'm trying to see exactly which player's involved. Alisegi, a spin and a pass during the spin through his feet. Something for the young players watching to start learning. 5 minutes to go. We're halfway through the last period of this game. Deflection pass against the boards, intercepted by Dodwall. He uses the boards again to try to reach Heller. Kapler. Back to Dodwall. And this routine will continue until the USA feels they've got an opportunity to get into the circle. You see them inching up closer and closer. I think the pressure might come to Dodwall. But no, deflection there by DeAngelis at the top of the circle, outside the circle at the top, hoping to find Heller on the post. A timeout signaled by the umpire. Conversation with the goalkeeper. And he felt the goalkeeper might have been stalling play a little bit. You have to look for that because Argentina is up by 1 with only 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Ceballos working against Kapler, and umpire initially pointed arguably in the wrong direction, so he double whistles and says, hey, my fault, we're going for Argentina. Now Argentina in the corner again. Happy to stay here for the next 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Ferrante over to Alisegui. Ceballos over to Alisegui, spinning. Giving Kapler something to think about, I suppose. Ceballos back to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez trying to find the long pass open to Mashala. And the USA pulls their goalkeeper. Cantwell comes in. So with 3 minutes to go, the USA down by a goal. USA now has 3 men in the circle. Harris, Kapler, and Dodwall outside the circle. Heller now steps out to just be at the top of the outside of the circle. Harris misplayed the ball, and so possession over to Argentina. U.S. has to do a good job here to get possession back. The USA has 2 minutes in which they need to keep Argentina out of the goal and score a goal themselves. That may have been the proverbial nail in the coffin. 1 minute and 49 seconds to go. The clock is stopped. And we're going to have a card to the captain for the delay. Extended celebration. So Argentina jumps to a multiple man deficit, arguably, as the USA has pulled their goalkeeper and Argentina only has 4 field players. Alisegui is only out for 1 minute, but the USA has to score 2 goals just to tie. De Angelis waiting inside the circle for the opportunity to play the ball. Sort of alone, but he's at a very tight angle. And the penalty corner for the USA, as I think the situation was that Argentina lifted the ball. So even if Alisegui's suspension would expire during the play of this penalty corner, he has to wait until the penalty corner is over. A 30-second countdown clock has started. It's about 5 seconds left to go. The clock is always stopped on a penalty corner. So time is not hurting the USA. There's the buzzer indicating that the umpire can blow the whistle to restart play. There's the restart. A dish over to Cantwell. Cantwell scores. So the score with 1 minute, 10 seconds to go by Cantwell tightens the game. We now are at 2 for the USA, 3 for the goal. Oh boy. Ceballos working with Navarro. Alisegui is back in the game. So once again, Argentina has the 2-goal lead. The women's team cheering and clapping in the stands. Not sure if you can hear them at home. Pat Harris with the ball. He finds Dodwell in the circle. And we're going to have a penalty corner except for the shot, so we had a held whistle there. And Dodwell had the opportunity for the shot, so no penalty corner. 10 seconds. Alisegi with the ball. 3 Americans working against him. Kapler wins possession. But a penalty corner is called with 4.7 seconds left on the clock for an intentional foul. Hope you were able to hear the cheering from the fans. And the fans are the Argentine women's national team. A great save there by the keeper. Time expires. Argentina has won. They will go to the World Cup. So the women earlier won their 3-4 game. The women will not be going to the World Cup. The Argentina men will be. Once again, that World Cup taking place in Belgium in February 2022. Teams are on the court congratulating each other, thanking each other for the competition. And now the Argentina men are dancing around in the circle singing. Oh, and now the women's team is going out to join the men, or at least some of the members. So that concludes the men's competition of the 2021 Pan Am Indoor Cup. The men's team from Argentina will go to the World Cup. USA disappointed, but fought hard. And the celebration continues. Our next game will take place at 3 o'clock when the USA's women's national team will face off against the Canadian women's national team. That game, once again, will take place in approximately 35 minutes at 3 o'clock as the women fight to find out who will go and to the 2022 World Cup Indoor Hockey Championship that will take place in February 2022 in Belgium. So before we go to break, thank you for joining us for this coverage. My name is Chris Maloney, coming to you from the training center in Spring City, Pennsylvania. We will be back just before 3 o'clock. Thank you.
Urgente. Los que ya tengas dan urgente porque tengo que imprimir el papel.
No, que no tengo son los top scorers, te puedes fijar en...
Eso me lo da Adrián.